Hello again, YouTube. I'm up in Rugby, North Dakota, next to a big grain silo, and they're loading these grain cars down here. But today I'm on something new and special to me. I've seen these in the past when I was a contractor. I've worked around them, but I've never actually put one in service or actually messed with one. And that is a Scorpion ramp car. This is how they transport work equipment long distances for some of these major railroads. You might see some on the highway, but a lot of times the major gangs you'll see will all be on one work crew. And it's just a set of rails on a set of flat cars. Little bridge rails in between. And they'll chain them down and put little wheel chocks around each of the wheels. But it is a ramp car. This one we rebuilt for BNSF, obviously. But they literally are just ramps, and they roll up like a Scorpion. So if you hear somebody talk about a Scorpion car or a ramp car, this is what they're talking about. Now there's also another type of ramp car that the whole ramp is one piece, and it winches up onto the flat that way. But with this, it rolls up and it only takes up a little bit of the car. Like, it only comes to, like, here's the locks for it. So it only comes to like right here somewhere. So then they have the rest of that car to put more equipment on. They can haul more equipment with fewer cars. So comes all the way down at a decent enough angle so the machinery can go up or down it safely. Now, if any of you know anything about trains, you'll know that the reason trains can move is because there is a lack of friction. That's why they use steel wheels on a steel rail that is pretty well slippery. So because there's less friction, sometimes you need a winch. So this is a winch cable. It's attached here. Well, it's just sitting there. They can use that to put a pulley there, and they can actually drag non-working equipment off of the ramp car if necessary. And then on the way up, if it's too slippery or if the machine doesn't have enough power, pull itself up, they can take this same winch cable and they'll run it up the ramp and pull it up the ramp. There's a second winch cable, much bigger one. This is the one they'll use most of the time. They'll use the little one to pull things off the ramp, but this bigger winch cable here is what they'll use to pull one up. So it comes from in here, so go underneath, you can see it. Well, not from this side, and I can't go on the other side because it's live. So let me crawl under here a little bit. Oh, literally can't see it. Oh well. Maybe if I get to see another one, I'll get it from both sides. But the main line and siding are control tracks, and they're on the other side, and I'm not allowed to go over there without protection. This is a yard track. A little different. So yeah. So stick around and you'll be able to see this roll up, and then again, we'll unroll it and lay it back down. And I hope you get to enjoy it.
And if you notice the midsection, the
controls on the inside of the box. Pendant mode. Pendant is that. I'll show you that in a minute. E-stop, ramp up and down, winch in and out, circuit breaker, primary winch speed, winch selector. Warning, always disengage clutch, inactive winch, never use secondary winch to move machines. And so your pendant controls, you plug it in on this side to control the ramp, plug it on this side to control your winch. And here's our winch, and here's our pendant. There's an E-stop, and then extend and retract. It's pretty simplistic. Stowed away in here, you have your engine controls, your little Deutz engine. Not exactly sure what size the engine is. If I find out, I will post in the comments. All right, and that is a ramp car. Oh, and this is a Fred. Freds go on the rear knuckle of a train. They hook into those little hooks right there. And it attaches to the air system right there. And it's got a little air powered battery charger, and it's got a little red light on it. FRED stands for flashing rear end device. What that does is sends a signal to the locomotive, tells the locomotive that the train is still connected all the way through and there's still air flowing through it, and it's all one piece, one concept. If a train comes apart, it will lose air. When that loses air, it sends a signal up the locomotive and tells the locomotive to send the whole train into emergency, and then it stops the train automatically. So there you go. Maybe you learned something new today. Hopefully you stuck around to the end. Anyway, appreciate you watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, have a safe day.